August 1st, 1981 was the very first video that was put onto MTV. Remember MTV? And what was the video? Class, Bueller? Video killed the radio star, and now we are at the point of AI has killed the video star. What happens moving forward? How can we count? Are we going to even value human creation anymore? Is it worth anymore? If people like what a computer makes better than what a human makes, is it worth more money when it's much easier to produce and much cheaper to produce? What happens when AI starts making complete movies where people don't have to shoot and do all the production costs that there are for movies? Soon enough, and mark my words, soon enough, we will hear the headline, AI robot has killed the first human being. You can count on it. They're giving police robot dogs in New York will be weaponized one day, and there's humanoids coming out, and at some point, a robot's going to kill a human. And it's going to be a mistake. It's going to be a glitch. It shouldn't have done it, and it did it. Okay? This is what we're facing. Now, we could always say, hey, drones are already killing humans. So that's true. In war, they're using drones to kill humans. But I'm talking about like New York City, some damn android RoboCop thing's going to be walking down, and it's going to kill a human. And then we are going to be on the cusp of something that nobody knows at this point. That is not what my channel's about. Okay, we can talk about that. Maybe we'll have discussions. But I'm more concerned with talking about how AI is going to potentially kill music creation. And it's a very good conversation. It's a very good topic for conversation because we have no idea. See, the AI is able to absolutely have so many more data points than we do to assess what humans buy. What do you buyers out there, you music consumers, what do you guys like most, you know? And it's going to be able to create music based on marketing trends. So it's going to be the perfect marketed, packaged music for the buyer. It's going to have nothing to do with what a human story that a human wants to tell and portray in his music. It's going to be a prepackaged marketing music that is based on data points of marketing to produce what sells the best. And if we love that the best, what's going to happen? Will artists be just shunned aside? We already know that AI is making books, and there's for sale on Amazon. Complete books, paper, you know, things that you can thumb through that is made by a computer in a flash of a second, and they're selling them. There's more hustlers out here now using AI to try and hustle their way into making money. It's the Wild West right now. It is the Wild West. There is no regulation. People are going wild with this stuff. We know that music has been created. We know that images and artwork has been created now by AI. So is it replacing the creative process, the human creative process? Is that going to be thrown aside for favor of perfectly marketed art that we want to consume based on buying trends that will make us want to buy that art, that will make us want to buy that movie, will make us want to buy that CD? That's what's coming. There's no way that that's not the motivation for the powers that be. It's money, as always. We've run amok as humans, and it's just the beginning. What does that mean for music? What does it mean for music creation? Because things about to change. They're going to get different, and we have no idea what to expect. AI has killed the first human in the form of Drake. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to this. We are losing authenticity at a breakneck speed, meaning Machines are making the media content that we are consuming. So in the example of Drake, it has recreated Drake's voice to a T, and then it has mimicked the musical style, and it has made up its own words in the style of Drake, and it's the death knell, potentially. This is the discussion that we have here. Is it the death knell for creation? Is it the death knell for music as we know it? It is a crucial time right now for creation of content. Before too long, you're not going to know, and until right now, it's the Wild West with this AI stuff. Right now, people are doing whatever until they start to regulate it. You're not going to know if it's authentic or if it is created by AI. The question is, will people like the AI created stuff more? If people like the AI created music more than the original artist, that kills the artist, potentially, right? In a manner of speaking. They are no longer going to be creating the content. I heard the lead singer from Avenged Sevenfold the other day that was saying, oh yeah, that's great. I think I'd love for AI to copy my voice and make up tunes for me and do its own thing based on what the fans like or not or whatever. And I see it as a complete cop-out. If an artist is into it, then they don't want to make any more content. They're lazy. They want to sit back, and this is just my opinion, okay? They want to sit back, have a computer make the songs for them. They don't have to do crap. They don't have to sit in the studio rehearsing, going over the songs again and again. They just put a computer on it, and they get paid for that. Because you know the albums are not going to be any cheaper. The albums are still going to be whatever. I don't know what CDs are, but albums are $30 to $35 for the vinyl. So let's say CDs are what I haven't bought a CD in a long ass time, but let's say they're $17. That's about probably what I would estimate. Is that about right? You know, they're not going to change that, even though the hard media is way more expensive to produce. They have to, you know, I mean, just think of what goes into creating a hard CD versus just a file that you replicate and just distribute that way. And it costs them way less, but trust me, it'll probably go up in price, okay? This is the way of the world. It's going to usher in a new era of fake, I mean, you could call it artificial music. It's fluff. It's artificial music. It's made for marketing. It ties into products in general, all the way to the playback equipment that you use to play back your gear. It's going to get more and more diluted and more artificial. How will AI replace human creativity? Will it dumb down the species? Will our artists get less and less as AI gets more and more prolific? Is it the ushering out of humans as creators and ushering in computers as creators? This is on a divine level. This is something that's basically a discussion that is biblical level, because up until now we have been the creators, right? There's God that some people consider the creator. Other people consider we are God, not me individually, but as together our human consciousness is what creates. Now there's machines coming in that are creating in our place, which will kill us potentially, or kill God, us as the creators. What do I have behind me? Is this just by accident that these things are behind me? What we have right here are called session reels. What these are 24-track analog audio master tapes. They're not the master mixdown, but this is the actual tape that was in the room with the artist. Many times the master is not even in the room with the artist, because they do that later. They mix it, they master it. That happens at a later time. But these are precious. These are the 24-track original session reels. This actual tape was in with Wayne Carpenter. This one was in with Tina Turner. Look, Tina's gone now. This reel in here was on a machine at the same exact time Tina Turner, the human, was in the room with this tape. Maybe she touched it. We have no idea. But this is over with, man. This is real, tangible media. This is over with. Now AI can create this. It doesn't need tape. It doesn't need the artist. It can fake the artist based on all the videos and all the information and the recordings that are out on the internet everywhere. It can gather enough data that it can copy Tina Turner, recreate a visual depiction of her, and make a song. And we, at this point, might be able to differentiate it, but give it 5 years, 10 years, we're not going to be able to differentiate it from human. We can bring Tina back to life with AI, can't we? So this whole discussion is extremely deep, but this is what's real. This is the difference between me and much of the other content that's out there. I'm the guy that represents analog in the sense of truth, okay? Yeah, I don't use vinyl. I still love my records. I think they're cool. These are actual session reels. They are more important than master tape. This is the actual 24 track. We can remaster with these, okay? So it's a very interesting question, but I stand for no fluff, no strokage, no BS, okay? And look, you can take me for what I'm worth. You're either going to get content on YouTube that is fluff and a stroke job and a total, fluff and with blowhards that are just fluffing stuff and trying to make things important that are not important, trying to create importance out of nothing. But nothing can replace analog music recorded with the artist. Yeah, there's digital recordings from the artist at this point in the game, and you could say it's just as valuable, but this is more tangible, clearly. So this represents a bygone era. This is bye-bye, okay? Our humans bye-bye. We are analog, okay? A human is analog. What I'm trying to do is show you the parallel between an analog human being and let's compare it to analog music. This has gone bye-bye. Analog music and tape, the tangible, you can touch it. Well, what about this that you can touch and feel? The human, us analog as beings, our analog beings on our way out, and our digital beings and digital creation going to replace us. That is a very, very interesting conversation.